the project. Ladies and gentlemen, your next OneSpark creator.
Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? We got any gamers in the audience? Anybody like to play video games? Maybe a little Call of Duty, maybe? How about a little FIFA action going on? How about maybe a little Candy Crush, right? Well, the thing is these games are all what we call AAA games. And the people who create these games, they don't start out this way. They start out by making their own games. We call these games indie games. And indie games make up 90% of all the games released every year. Now what we do is we invest in these indie games. We incubate them from 0 to sales in 6 months or less. How can we do that? Well, my name is Rupert Meghnot. I have 35 years of entrepreneurial experience, mostly in high-tech startups, and I've taught good game project management at the master's degree level for over 6 years. The former students of which are managing over $1.5 billion of game intellectual property for these companies. Now, in addition to that, I put together a team of world-class advisors, people that have worked on World of Warcraft, Star Trek, Marvel, Disney, all these other types of titles, and so we can provide the best service for our clients. Now, we do this because there's a little problem. The problem is game developers don't know how to make a business out of their game idea. They focus on making games they want to sell instead of games people want to buy. And they just don't plan. So their scope, their schedule, their marketing, all that stuff goes out the window. And what happens is you wind up with a 90% failure rate. So our solution is simple. We provide the people, the resources, proprietary processes, and the motivation, kick in the pants, so to speak, for them to create quality games that will sell. Does it work? Well, in our first year, which we celebrated a month ago, we had over 100 game developers working for 6 game startups, 3 of which we've created, on 7 game titles, one of which was actually greenlit in 6 months. It normally takes 3 years. And one of our games is the only game inducted into the Clinton Global Initiative. We're also working on bleeding-edge technology for augmented and virtual reality. Let me tell you about our business model. We get 50% of the net revenues of every game that we help create for the first 3 years. And the beauty of this is that with multiple games and multiple platforms and multiple genres, we're kind of like a mutual fund of games, which means we're diversifying the risk of investing in games. Not only that, but we're all entrepreneurs. We don't get paid until the game sells. So that effectively eliminates the vast expense of making games. What do you think that does to our ROI? It's amazing, okay? And let me put it in a different perspective. Steam is the world's largest digital distribution service for games. They have 125 million subscribers. If each of our games sells just 83 units a day, that's 0.024 of the market. If each of our games does this, in 5 years, we will have 5 offices, each with 200 people and making 10 to 15 million apiece. So, I've invested $75,000 into this so far, and this is on a teacher salary, by the way. And we buy computers, software applications, professional services, marketing, some advances, and gotta have that pizza and Mountain Dew, right? So at OneSpark, we're looking for $50,000 to help provide these things as well to additional projects we're working on, as well as to get some space. Ultimately, we'd like to be able to generate $200,000, so another $150,000 after OneSpark, for all these other things keep us going. Now, why do we do this? Well, at BGV we believe that if you're not helping others, then what the heck good are you? Not only that, but we believe that the ultimate goal of a leader is to make more leaders. So, now we have 7 people that are leading teams up to 30 to game dev immortality. So, they're excited, they're getting things done, and they're leaving their peers behind. So I humbly ask you, please vote for Burnout Game Ventures, the world's first game venturator, project number 21853. Vote and contribute today. I shall now take your questions if anybody has any.
You got it, man. What is it? You've been up like 47 hours straight, as you were telling me? 120. Alrighty, so we got about a 10-minute break here between now